Assalamu alaikum. You're looking at the Underground Railroad television show named after the great one, Harriet Tubman. I had great respect for the Underground Railroad. And Assalamu alaikum to everybody. And you're looking at the Underground Railroad television show. We come on every Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. Channel 19 Saturday. But you can see us on YouTube. Okay, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And I am so honored. You know what? I want to say thank you to my crew, Giselle McKenzie, Alan, okay, Elma, David, okay. I'm forgetting the other brother's name. What's the other crew member name? I keep on forgetting. Tell me. You know what, man, don't feel offended. But there's a brother back there, you know what, that me and him, we talk. He's a very competitive person. And you know what, I like him. If I had to go to battle, I love to go to battle with him because he's going to tell me, you know what, whether he agree or disagree with me, whether I like it or not. And I respect him for that. Even though the name is eluding me, but he knows who I'm talking about. So, you know what, but I got brother Johnny, and you know what, this guy has his own show. It's phenomenal. It's great. And people that look at the Underground Railroad television show, I want you to support them. Tell them about yourself and your show.
So I'm Johnnie Johnson. I am a professional. I am a EMT by profession. Mm-hmm. My degree is in international business and economics, so that's my educational background. I could be found in a meetup group called Holiness in the Metaverse. Mm-hmm. So that's the place where people can come and learn. Mm-hmm.
I had to tell people, forgive him, but forgive my crew member's name, but he's still important to me. Okay? And you know what? David Kaas, man, this guy's out of California, and you know what? We do a show called the Underground Railroad television show in Chicago on our podcast. And he has his own YouTube website. And please, David, tell people who you are.
Well, Clifton, I'm 66 years old this year, and I'm from Iowa, but I'm living in California on the coast. Mm-hmm. And I just working away out here every day, and I work as a security guard for Allied Universal Security Protection, and just glad to know you for all these years, and we have several things in common. And happy to be here today.
Okay, brother, you got to tell us where your YouTube platform is, and you know what, and people support his YouTube platform. Well,
I'm on the YouTube at youtube.com/C as in Charlie/David L. Kaas, but I've got a few videos on my page, 5 of them from the last presidential election, even though the Dominion machines overthrew it and got Biden in there to office. But this was just kind of a practice run for me. I also have a couple videos on there concerning the new molecular self-spun electron fluid concept, and a few others as well. But like I say, I'm always happy to inform people of any of that they like to know.
And you got a great picture up there too, brother. We can, okay, but I want, you know what, I would like to add, we talk about, I want to ask about an international issue that is going on right now. There is a young lady that is a basketball player that is being held, detained in Russia right now because she attempted to take, I think, CBC oil or something hashish. And I would like to ask you, do you think that the Russians are being too harsh about holding this basketball player? Okay. What's her name?
Her name is Brittany Griner.
Okay.
So are they being too harsh? it depends on what you're comparing it to. But as far as Russia goes, it seems like this is to be expected. This is, traditionally how they treat crime or this particular kind of crime. So I don't think they're being exceptionally hard for what their custom is or their laws provide for.
Well, do you think it's justifiable, seeing as though she did not follow Russian law? Is it justifiable that they would give her 10 years? Because I saw that on the news. They gave her 10 years.
Well, I missed that one. I actually been paying close attention, but so they must have just came down sometime today. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
State law.
That's pretty tough, and it's probably standard, right? But two things. One, she shouldn't have taken it, right? I mean, the onus is on her, and that's one benefit to having some education in international politics, etc. Because you get familiar with society as a whole, and you come to understand that different parts of the world have different laws and different types of law enforcement or ways they enforce their law. So what you can get away here, you can't get away with there. And and even if the laws were very similar, you're not at home. Here you may have connections and you get friends and people, maybe relatives who may be able to support you. It's different than when you're overseas. It's harder to reach you.
I think she plays for the women's basketball team in America.
Mercury. Not the
Mercury.
No, the Phoenix something.
Okay, and Brother David, I'd like to ask you the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I think Phoenix Mercury.
The Phoenix Mercury. That's the basketball team, and her wife wants her back. Real bad. And, David, I would like to ask you the same thing. Do you think the detainment of this young basketball player for taking these attempting to take these substances out of Russia is too harsh?
I don't know all the specifics, but if you or me went over to China and on a trip, would you want to take something that's illegal over there?
No.
I mean, take something illegal out of the country or bring something illegal into the country? If we were going over there for, a sponsored athletic program, do you think you'd do that, Clifton?
I would. But I'll say, since I don't try to not get myself involved, but I'll say no, I'm not even going to think about it, but do something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think about it either. I don't know why an athlete would be doing something like that they know is against the law over there. I don't understand the situation or the circumstances, but it just seems like another crazy thing that's happening over here, like the fuel prices and the food prices and the gas prices. Everything's going up, and it shouldn't be.
You know what? When we talk about global issues, I would like to ask you and Johnny. I want to ask you: the majority of jobs, manufacturing jobs, have went abroad to China and other places. Do you think that do you think that the United States can compete with China in manufacturing in volume when their workers get paid way less than what a union worker gets paid in the United States of America?
It doesn't seem that we can be very competitive. That's being borne out over our economic history that you're just not going to get Americans to work for those type of wages in this particular economy. So things will have to change drastically for us to compete in manufacturing.
And David, can the United States of America compete in manufacturing in volume with China, because their workers get paid way less than what a union worker gets in the United States of America?
Yes, we can. We can compete because we grow more food than they do. And if you know what I mean, you're going to need to eat some food tonight because you're going to get hungry before you can do any kind of manufacturing or production or any kind of even creativity. You got to eat food, you know. And China, at the moment, with the Wuhan Dam going and the flooding over there, there's millions and millions of people with no food to eat tonight. So I don't see it just as a manufacturing question. I see it as a population existing, you know, happily first.
You know something? I'm getting the signal from Miss Elma Lucas, that of Elma and Company, that I have 3 minutes left. And you know what? Would you have any finishing comments? Maybe there was something you wanted to say and I didn't give you the opportunity to say it.
No, I've said everything I wanted to say.
When your show come on, tell us about your show.
Okay, so I have a segment where we meet on YouTube. It's one of them is a teaching show called Holiness in the Metaverse, and then we have a dialogue show that I do with you.
Okay, I always take advantage of the time we got left. You know what, David, do you have any finishing comments, and tell us where that great YouTube website is? We don't have that much time left.
Thank you, Clifton. I appreciate everything you've done today. Just if you're a guest or a listener, just go to the YouTube/C/David L. Kaas. You can view my videos there. Thank you, both of you, for a wonderful show today.
Okay, and you know what? I want to say, you know what, to the listening audience, like, share. You know what, share this on your social media platform. And I want to say thank you to my crew members, because you know what? I cannot do this alone. And you know what? I want to say to the people, assalamu alaikum, and the things that came out of my mouth that were wrong came from myself, and the things that were right came from Allah. And I want to thank y'all. And I'm always looking for guests to come on the underground. Raheem,
who was in the military. And my first question to you would be, what year did you join the military?
First of all, I want to thank you for the honor of choosing me, because you could have chose anybody.
And I appreciate you for doing this.
And you know what? I went in the military as a kid. As soon as I got out of high school, I went out in 1980, and I got out in 1987. And I didn't get out of the military because I wanted to. You had to make a certain amount of rank, and I was a cook in like certain jobs. The classification, there's so many people in that classification of cook. I didn't make the rank. I made E4, but yeah, okay.
And my second question to you would be, if you could do it all over, would you do it again?
You know what? I would do it again, but I would do it differently. Okay? Because what happened is, I joined the military. Your classmates are going to laugh because I ran away from home. Okay? And my mother said, go to college, you can go in this office. I ran away trying to get away from the responsibilities of home, and I went to the military and found out it was more rules in the military than it was at home. So if I would have listened to my parents, took ROTC and went to college and got a drop out because you know what? It's a fool that drops out of school. Okay? And it's incumbent upon you, if you have parents or positive role models in your life, to listen to those positive role models because, see all this great? Your little friends don't know what your mom and daddy know. See? And they're trying to get to where you're going, but you think that they know, but the thing is, they don't know. Okay? The military is a good option, but let it be known, the military is not for everybody because there are people that's going to go to trade school and college. And trade school is not for everybody and college is not for everybody. But the military, they create advantages once you get out. Degree, I could have went in as an officer. But see, when you're young, you think you know everything. Mm-hmm. And you think that your little friends know everything. Your parents have been where you're trying to go.
That's true.
Okay?
And I know a lot of students and a lot of young men who thought about dropping out or skipping their education. And I wanted to know, did you have any words of wisdom for these young individuals?
Yeah, I did not. I'm going to make somebody mad because you know what? I didn't go to the Army. I didn't go to the Marines. I didn't go to the Air Force. Lord knows I wanted to go to the Air Force. So my scores were not high enough, so I went to the Navy. So, but overall, I say, in my opinion, I think the Air Force is the best because you know what it's like working a regular job. In most cases. Mm-hmm. What I mean by working a regular job, you probably work like 8 hours or 9 hours a day. But military, when you, the Air Force, and they got the best food. They, you know what, and you have to be really, really bright. That's why I didn't make the cut though, but I made it to the Navy.
And there's a lot of individuals that I know. There's a lot of individuals that I know that would like to join the military, but they hold back because they find it a fear or they don't have enough confidence to chase their goal or their dream of doing that. So I wanted to know, was it any words you would like to share to those?
I would say, and you know what? I know this is not a religious show. I would say, before you make decisions, like in regards to that, which I didn't do, you should consult your Creator or your higher being before you make a decision. Now, this is not a religious thing. But you should rely on the Creator's understanding and not your understanding. I didn't do that though. I ran with mom.
And I do understand, and there's no judgment here because honestly, it's times where by me being a child, I understand because it's times where I ran away from certain situations instead of praying, or I jumped ahead too far and I regretted a lot of things that I did that I know I can't take back. Mm-hmm. So I definitely understand where you're coming from because it is a lot of individuals who hasn't made as many of the mistakes that these adults made because we're young. They've been through it already. So it's like we want to get the point out to them that live young while you can. Chase your dreams. Focus on your education while you can.
Yeah, don't focus on boyfriend and girlfriend. Don't even focus on the job. You know what your job is? Getting the best education that you can get. Whether you go to trade school, you go to correspondence school. It's an excuse when people say they cannot make it. There's plenty of opportunity out there. You can go to college for free. You can go to trade school for free. People kill me when it says no opportunities out there. Plenty of opportunities. You just can't sleep till 12 o'clock. You gotta get up out there. You gotta get out there. That's a cop-out saying there's no opportunities out there. Okay? So, but listen to your parents though, because I want to emphasize this to you and your listening audience, that your parents have your best interest in mind, not your little friend that's 15 or 16 years old. Okay? Your parents, because nobody's going to love you and care for you like nobody. Okay, so listen to them, because you know, if I had to do it again, you asked me what would I do if I had to do it again, I would have probably listened to my parents, went to college, and went to general ROTC, and then went in his office. Did my 20 years and retired at 38 years old, while everybody else is still working. You still got to work. So why not work till you're 38 years old? That's my advice.
I really appreciate you for coming and doing this interview. This is such a pleasure. This is an honor because you didn't have to do this, and I really love the fact that you sat here and did this interview.
Great. We hope you share this on YouTube. Put this on YouTube. But you know what? We got something funny after the show. I want y'all just to, y'all, as you look at the credits, you know what? Don't. Some funny little moments for you. I love you. Okay, and thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's what it's about. It's about family. Okay. Okay, those are my finishing comments.
Thank Hello, my name is Shauna Wilburn, and I am a senior at Bowen High School.
Clifton, Raheem, Bradley.
And where else?
I'm sitting producer on the railroad. I ain't gonna say it. Y'all, as you look at the credits, you know what? Don't. Some funny little moments for you.
Hello, my name is Shauna Wilburn, and today I will be interviewing my grandfather.
My name is Clifton Raheem Bradley.
And today we're going to share some intel on his military past and what he did or does. Does that sound right?
Yeah, just get a cut.
Just talk loud. Don't be mumbling.
Action.
Hello, my name is Shauna Wilburn, and today I will be...
You're looking at the Underground Railroad television show. We come on every Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. Channel 19 Saturday. But you can see us on YouTube. Okay, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.